Okay, so now we're going to do the inserts in here. I'm going to select the P2 and hide it. And these two meshes and hide them. And what we're going to do is basically an offset of these curves from the front view. So I know there's a little problem here already because I checked it out. So if you select this guy, right click and control vertex, if this happens to you, you have to make sure that you solve this problem, because there's actually not a welded thing. You have to delete one of the two, go to object mode of the curve, select the curve, and say open close curve, simple as that. Now we have to select the curve, go to offset curve, and in the options, active views at -0.1 offset, so it comes in there. Now I have to create a couple lines, CV curves, one linear, and we can do X, snap into the grid, enter, create CV curve, X, snap to the grid, and another line here. We have to select this one, and this one in the middle, and say detach curve, sorry, select cut curve. We select this one, we move it out, and this one out. And we do the same here. This one and this one, not that one. This one, edit curve, cut curve, and we delete the extra material here. And we select these two and these two to attach them. No, pretty simple. So now it's one unit. We have to make sure in the outliner that everything is working okay. Let's just go edit, delete by type history, and hide it. Control H, and let's get rid of these lines that are here. Okay. We turn it on again, and what we can do now is the famous bevel plus. Now we selected surface bevel plus. We need to make sure in the attributes editor that the bevel plus is here set. I think it's inside, and the opposite. This guy's exactly inside, and at start. So we get rid of the other side. 0 here. No, we actually want that big. It's gonna come in. We just need to make this a little bit smaller, so we have that little detail. There. I think it's nice. Perfect. What I'm gonna do is edit, delete by type history, and move it by pressing W and turning on these two guys. Shift H, selecting this guy, put it in. We see it's actually coming not much. We should control this more exactly, of course. And now we have to go to polygons, because remember we have created 2 polygons when we did the bevel plus. So we need to select these two, edit mesh, booleans difference, and there we go. The detail, it's there. Okay, nice. Now I'm gonna organize a little bit the layers here. What I'm gonna select is this guy, of course, and this guy, and edit, delete by type history, and I'm gonna group them and call them piece 3. You know, put it underneath the pieces. Let's see what the rest of. Turn it off by Control H. These guys are gonna be placed. Control G to group, and working lines 3. Put it up here and turn it off by Control H. Let's turn on the pieces, Shift H those, and we're getting pretty nice, cool things. We need the solid here, Shift H. We need this guy actually, not the other one. So let's turn off the other ones by Control H them. And this guy, I'm gonna Control D to duplicate it, and Control H the duplication of that, and select this guy. And what I'm gonna do is basically start playing around with it. So I do a boolean mesh with it. Control D again. I'm gonna stretch it here. Control and this scale to make it bigger in only one direction, and scale it to the point of. Now I can actually select this one and this one. We have to take him out of the group to the top, as you remember. And now we're gonna be able to do oh, let's see it more carefully because it's probably difficult to see. Let's turn off these guys, and now let's do in surfaces that it curve the surface. Sorry, inverse Boolean difference. This one, enter. This one, enter, and it creates the cut. Now that becomes the inverse Boolean surface that we can select here. And if you turn on the piece one, Shift H, and select this guy, you're going to be able to move it. If we take the center pivot to its place, and probably want to edit delete by type history to start playing around so the other pages don't mess around. We're going to put it here and scale it with this point and control at the same time to make it smaller. Nice. What we're going to do is just control D that and scale it here, control, so we make it a little bigger. And if I turn on my piece 3, by the way, put it on the top, Shift H, we're gonna, first of all we have to move this this guy, which is this guy, first. Modify center pivot, center, and we have to move it W to the grid in the middle. Exactly. Nice. Now we're gonna select this guy, which is this guy, and R W, sorry, to center. Great. R, make it smaller, so it's a nice detail there. Control to make it smaller here, and Control D to make it even more interesting piece, that double kind of a detail. Yeah, so we got that. Just start again putting these things together. All that should be probably in the piece 1, so we put it there. These guys are working lines, they're luminescence. I believe we need to get rid of those as well. And we have quite a nice detail here. Let's turn on the piece 2. Shift H, and what I'm going to do is move it to its position now. Control D, E, J to 180, W, and did that. And then the same thing should happen here. Of course, Control D, move it here, E, and by pressing J we do the 180 degrees. F, I'm going there, put it, and this one, which is this guy, I'm going to place it on the place. So it's quite nice, and I think we're right there. We're going to do I was going to do it here, but I'll do it in the next one with the rendering. I'll have the rendering prepared. I'll talk to you guys about that in the last little tutorial.